Well, and then if no one is...
I'm doing this because it's extremely important for me, for the city, and for the country, of course. And important to make the people to go to vote. Muchas gracias. Gracias a usted.
Perhaps in this area that would be...
election, it seems like people in both...
When we were going into this election, I would have imagined that we would be talking a lot more about healthcare, elderly care, since we had the worst pandemic since the Spanish flu for 2 years. But during this campaign it has been quite silence about these issues. I'm quite optimistic. I guess you have to be optimistic since when you're working in an election campaign. But normally elections in Sweden, historically, are really tight. So every vote counts.
More so. Usually the most violence is gang related, I think, but it's the thing that they come into public places like this and do the shootings there. Sometimes they happen like in gang related territories, but now it's, or even at night, but now it's more broad daylight, public spaces.
Mixed ethnicities.
Exactly.
And oftentimes they were born in Sweden, but they're...
Yeah.
Has to be something very, very special.
So this man who...
The risk to be affected of crimes are lower now. It's decreasing. But of course the sense of when the crimes are very spectacular, when you shoot somebody in a shopping center in the middle of the day, on the street in the middle of the day, when you have detonations where people are sleeping in apartment houses, of course that affects how you feel. So the feeling of unsafety, it is a major issue for us.
The Swedish Democrats join forces when saying refugees from Ukraine are welcome. The Swedish Democrats, who are a right-wing populist party, is now considered a possible party to cooperate with when it comes to government formation. This was not the case in previous elections, but things have changed. So this is unique. For the first time we see two camps of 4 parties to the left and 4 parties to the right.
Programmerare och sådana ämnen och se fler kvinnor vill kanske starta företag.
I used to vote right, conservative, but I'm not doing this election because of the Sverigedemokraterna, the Swedish Democrats. I don't think they deserve to have influence, and I don't want them to have any influence.
Islamism at every stage. I could understand that.
What about? We have it on the internet too. You can Google it.
We have lifted a lot of problem areas. I mean, you can only solve the problems in a no-go zone if you talk about them. And we feel like a lot of the other parties, they have just neglected the problems. Same thing with immigration. If we talk about the problems that the immigration brings and also that the failed integration, then we can also start to find the tools to solve those problems.